Did I turn you gay?
I would tell him that as a joke.
You got me tonight.
And I'll put out.
I'm Beyonce, though. He might throw something at me.
We're all broke, sad.
Wrapping our legs around you. Hi everyone, welcome back to Bottle Girl Diaries. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cindy Nansiri, Corona free, I am currently a bottle server in the Las Vegas nightlife industry, obviously before the shutdown. But today we are meeting with two of my favorite bussers to get their take on what it's like to be gay and fabulous in the nightlife industry. But before we get started, please take a quick moment to subscribe. I'll wait. Okay. Anyways, please subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss what's coming up for our next episodes. So I'm going to introduce you to Shannon and Cristian.
Hi.
So, hi guys.
Hey.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Shannon, let's start with you. Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where were you born and raised and your nightlife industry experience? And let's go from there.
All right. Well, hi everyone. I was born in North Carolina, but I moved to New Jersey when I was like 1 or 2 months old. So I'm a Jersey boy. I was raised all the way up until I left and went to LA to dance, and then I came to Las Vegas to do the same. And I kind of got mixed up into nightlife that way. I started like go-go dancing and stuff like that. And then...
How old were you when you started go-go dancing? 21, 18?
No, I was like 17. We would like sneak and take the train to New York and like go-go dance. We were underage.
That's cool. That's a cool story.
And then I moved to LA to do it. Not go-go, but like professionally dance. And then my friends were like, you should come to Las Vegas. Like we make a lot of money, because I was thinking about going home. And I came out here and it was like audition season, and I auditioned and got a job. So I was like, I'm going to try it for one summer. And I tried it for a summer and I stayed ever since. And now it's been like 7 or 8 years.
Okay. So you've been out here for quite a while then.
A minute.
A hot girl minute, So I do have a question. Hopefully I'm, wording this right without being offensive, but how old were you when you discovered your sexual orientation?
I can definitely like remember things from being a kid, like before I knew what it was. I remember like having crushes on like guys in my class instead of girls and stuff like that. So I knew like something was off, but I didn't know what it was until I got to probably be like in middle school.
Oh, wow.
Then stuff like made sense and I knew what it was. And of course, like I still didn't say anything because it's like terrifying at that age. Because you just want to be like everyone else. So I held it in, pretty much probably like my senior year or right after my senior year, I just didn't care anymore, told everyone. Yeah,
so how has that been as an experience for you? So not only being gay, but also being Black and gay. How was that, like telling your family, or did they kind of already know?
I think that my mom knew for sure. I think you probably like, a mother knows,
Yeah.
So I would never say anything about it, but like I liked like dance and cheerleading and stuff like that. So it's like, it has to be like something there,
Yeah.
So it was more like for her, I feel like she did it in a sweet way. She was kind of like asking around like, who's your girlfriend? She would ask me like, I had all these girlfriends, and they would come over and she'd be like, is that your girlfriend? And I'd be like, no. Is this your girlfriend? And I'd be like, Ma, no. Is this your girlfriend? And then she started being like, is this your boyfriend?
Right.
And she's like, I just want you to know that it's okay to tell me. Like, so that's how it kind of started. So now it's like, great, we talk about everything.
That's so cute. I love that. I mean, I've seen some not so great stories, like when, men have expressed, or women, their sexual orientation. So with that being said, do you feel it's been hard for you in the industry, like as a gay busser, and not only that, as a Black gay busser? And I don't mean to that in any like offensive or racist way. I'm just genuinely curious.
So I definitely think that there's like a few spots for us, if I'm saying that correctly, a nightclub, a major Las Vegas nightclub is not going to have a million gay boys running around and I don't think they think they'll be taken seriously like that. But I know that all the gay boys that I know, like all my friends that have made it into the straight clubs here, have been the best in the club. I think
absolutely.
that we have like a lot to prove, and we don't want to be taken as a joke. We're like, we can work as hard as anyone else, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And you do work hard, obviously. Like, you know, I've come into your venues and you've, you know, been the busser. So, you know.
You were handing me hundreds that one day.
Yeah. Yeah. So one time there is a customer that was just throwing up money. And actually, I can probably just say his name because he goes out and he talks about it.
Yeah.
But his name's Vegas Dave. And he was just throwing up hundreds. And so, like, I'm picking him up and I'm like, Shannon, take this. But also, I was like, you know, twerking down, picking it up, putting it in my bra. I was like, one for you, one for me. I think I walked out with like $400 that night. I was like, "Ooh, that was the best outing ever." Yes, babe.
You weren't even working.
I was like, I wasn't even working. I was like, I'm gonna go to those outings more.
Yeah, that was a great night.
Right.
Unexpected payday.
I'm all looking at his Instagram. I'm all, oh, you're out. Oh, it's like somehow I just ended up at your table. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think this is a question that I can ask for the both of you before we go into Christian's story. Do you guys ever get hit on by guests?
I mean, like,
Not women. I'm talking about men.
oh, I was gonna say it's always women.
Yeah,
That's true.
I've like had both.
Ooh.
Yeah. I actually worked at Rumor Hotel my second year here. I cocktailed at the pool for the summer. And they would have like a lot of swingers parties where these people like rent out the whole hotel and like just do crazy things. And so like a lot of those couples are like, hey, you wanna come upstairs? And I'm like, I didn't know what they meant at first. And my coworker's like, they're hitting on you. So then
I want to go party.
then I was scared to like go back to the table, obviously. I'm like, ew. Because it's all like people you don't want to see like naked.
Well, what do you want to see naked? I need to know.
That'll be next episode.
That'll be the next one. Okay. So we're gonna, let's go into you, Christian. I want to know about you because, like, I know that we just barely met over the summer, so I'm a little bit more curious too about your story as well. So, your upbringing and like your industry experience and whatnot. So
Yeah, so I was actually born in Texas. I was born near Austin. It's called Round Rock. And then when I was 5, we moved to the Bay Area.
Okay.
And then
So you like know how to get hyphy and stuff?
well, kind of, because in the 5th grade, moved to Orange County, which is where I was mainly raised. And then we moved to San Diego, 2009, and then I moved here. It'll be 2 years in October, so almost 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so where did you start your nightlife industry?
So I started in San Diego. So I just moved there, and I just turned, I was 20 at the time, and I reached out to this gay club called Riches, and it's like the big gay club in San Diego, and I was like, hey, I want to go dance. Can I audition? And so then they let me, and they liked me, and then the rest is history. And then I became a bottle server there, and then I worked the whole like gas lamp. I worked at Hard Rock, I did Intervention, I worked at Omnia, Oxford, and then I moved out here almost 2 years ago.
Okay, so you've basically you've done it all.
Yeah.
Do you like Vegas nightlife or San Diego nightlife better?
I mean, I'm still kind of new to the Vegas nightlife scene, so I like it because, I mean, San Diego just got very repetitive. You have to stay ahead of the nightclub, wave. Because there's not as many clients out there as there are out here.
Right.
So it's like they all like fight over for like the same like 4 or 5 clients.
Right, that makes sense. So when we say clients, we actually mean guests or customers. Hosts call them their clients because they're basically repeat customers or clients that come in and they consistently book with like one, service industry host. So with you, how old were you when you figured out your sexual orientation?
So I was around 9 or 10. And so my family is very open about that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not sheltered at all.
Okay, that's good.
And I had my little best friend. Her name was Felicia. Not even kidding.
Like, bye, Felicia?
Yes, like, bye, girl. She was my best friend. And she got her little, like, boyfriend at the time. His name was Josh. And I was like...
You didn't like Josh, did you?
I liked Josh.
I could tell.
I was just like, that's my boo. And then I just did something that was weird, kind of the same thing. Something just felt like
Wait, you liked Josh?
I liked Josh.
Oh.
I was just like, hold on, why am I looking at him more than her? Like, this is kind of odd to me. As time progressed, I kind of put it together. Same thing in middle school. I was like, I just want all the boys. I don't want none of the girls. But the same thing, it's like you go through the motions.
Right.
Everyone is dating girls. Being gay is made fun of. It is frowned upon. So you just kind of hide.
Right.
I came out when I was 19. We just moved to San Diego, so I was like, new city, new me. And then
New me, new bitch.
Exactly.
Period.
That's exactly what happened. And that's when I came out, when I was 19.
Okay.
Which I think was like a good time.
Right.
You know, it's like after high school, you kind of get to know yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
And
I think that's a time for like most gay people, like to find yourselves. Like if I can say something to like a younger gay teen going through it, just like it gets better, like you'll find yourself one day and you won't care what people think, you know?
Exactly, because you go through a lot of like real dark times too growing up.
Right.
You know? And then like, I never fooled around with guys in high school because like one gay guy did and it got out and it just like, he went through the ringer.
Oh.
So I was like, I just don't even want to deal with this. So I just dated girls. I had like 3 or 4 girlfriends in high school. It was cute. I came out to all of them.
It was cute.
It was cute.
And when you
like,
came
"You
out
wanna
to
go
them, what did they
shopping?"
say? Because you're, you know, like both of you are very attractive. So I'm like, you know, if I was dating you for a while and you told me he was gay, I'd be like, did I do something wrong? Is am I not good down there? Or like,
So,
did I turn you gay?
I would tell them that as a joke when I came out.
That's not funny.
But it was for me, sis. They're like, oh my God, really? I was like, and just so you know, you're the one.
Oh my
That
God.
like flipped me. And I was like, I'm just kidding. I've known since I was 9. Like, don't worry about it.
Right.
And that was it.
Well, I like hearing that, like, it was, you know, a little bit more acceptable when you guys did decide to tell your parents or your parent, you know, whomever. So this is just something that I've noticed. Why do you guys think that hosts and bussers kind of have a divide? Like, I'll say this, like, anytime, and I'm not, okay, whatever. I'm not throwing anybody on the bus, but if the shoe fits, then wear it. But I think hosts will be like, oh, like, she only dates bussers, or, you know, they're always partying with bussers. Like waitresses, we do hang out with the bussers a lot. And for me to tell why is because you guys are like our backbone. You guys are definitely like our work husband.
Yeah.
You're there when we start a table. You're there when we're servicing the table, and you're there at the end of the night. But I also feel like at the same time, you guys make better friends for us because you're not always constantly trying to sleep with us. And that gets annoying sometimes. It's like, just let your dick down for a second and like treat me like a real person, you know?
Yeah.
It gets annoying. I mean, it's flattering to get hit on, but it's annoying when it's just like constant all the time, you know, especially when you've already friend zoned somebody. Like,
The worst.
get the point. If I've called you friend, like,
That's what you're saying.
No inclination, nothing. It's just stop.
I also think that
So what's the divide with the bussers and the hosts that you think? Like, what's your opinion?
I just think like I met a lot of good hosts, like who like James Scott, Grady, like they're all great guys. But I've also met some that I think hosts think they're above everyone's. Like they're super cool and like above everyone, and they're like busser, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they do get butthurt when girls date bussers, and I just think it's funny, like.
Do you guys think it has anything to do with like us like wrapping our legs around you, because around your neck at that? So with that being said, so we'll demonstrate in a later episode. Maybe today. We'll see how my cameraman's feeling. But basically when we bring out certain bottles, like we'll bring them out, you know, presenting them, and we'll be like on their shoulders, because it just like, it's kind of like a fun train, like a parade, you know. So I'm like, are they just jealous because we're wrapping our legs around your, you know, shoulders and your neck, or what? Like,
They want to be the alpha.
No, they really do.
they want to be it.
They're like, we sell the tables. You wouldn't even have this money without us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And you're
we
like,
should have the girls.
I was like,
But actually, they'll like invite us out because they know the hot girls will come out when we
That's
come
true.
out.
yeah, the
They're
gay
smart with
busters.
that. Yeah.
They know.
That's so
They're
true.
like, Shannon, you coming out? Bring all the girls. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there.
Right.
Always.
That's true.
And they show up by yourself and they're like, where?
Yeah, where's
I
your
was like,
girlfriend?
sorry, they're busy.
You got me tonight.
And you know, I'll put out. I'm a guaranteed thing. And I can't get pregnant, so.
It's like,
Kill two birds
it's
with
like
one
a
stone.
double whammy. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to cuddle. I'll make you a sandwich. I'll get my own Uber. I'll go home. I won't even bother you.
Oh my
Act
gosh.
like I don't know you the next day.
Exactly. I'm like, what's your name? I don't even know.
That's too funny. Okay, so this is also like a good debate that I think goes back and forth. Do you guys think that you should make that bussers, and also this goes to you too, Spinelli. Spinelli's my camera guy, and he might throw something at me. But guys, do you think that you should make more than waitresses, or what do you feel on that?
So, I mean, my opinion is I just think that it should be more like similar in money wise, mainly because our jobs are just as important as like the girl's job.
Right.
It's just in a different way.
Right.
And no venue is gonna hire a male cocktail server. So if I don't have the option to like become a cocktail server, then the money shouldn't be as skewed. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, you guys do work really hard, and I can't take that away from you. I mean, for damn Skippy, I'm not getting my own ice. And I mean, we have to stay at the table while you guys are replenishing the glassware, getting us like new ice scoops because somebody always want to turn that bitch upside down. Cutting them lemons and limes is too tedious. Like, where in the job description was that?
Yeah.
Like, there you have to cut these lemons and limes. I was like, I can't. You want me to get a fresh manicure, and now that acid is like ruining my fucking nails.
Yes, and I work with girls that are literally will just stand there at the table the whole night. Like, I'll run the bottles, I'll run every single thing. And I'm like, you can at least say something at the end, girl, because now you're about to
That's true. Like, but I will say this, like, Spinelli and I have worked together before, obviously, because, you know, we worked at XS, and I haven't worked with you guys, but he's told me, he's like, you're a little bossy, like, when we work. Because I'm sorry, I don't have time to say please and thank you. Like, I'm sorry, if we've got a $40,000 order coming out, I'm going to be like, get me this, get me this, get me this. If I bring out that champagne and you're not ready there with those linens and those cups, woo, you're going to see my head roll. Like,
I mean, that's like the worst.
That is the most embarrassing thing
For
ever.
sure.
Because
Ever.
I was a server in San Diego at one point at the gay club, and I've had those moments where you walk out and you're like, okay,
What the fuck?
Right.
Like, you're like,
hey. You're like, with your sparklers, you're like,
Just standing
don't
there.
ever go out, don't ever go out.
You're like this, you're like, and your other table's like looking at you like, I need to sign out. You're like, fuck you.
you can wait.
Yeah.
You can wait, bitch. Sorry.
I also think you can communicate that with each other, like
Right.
the busser and the waitress as they work together. I always try to do that, like make friends by the end of the night, like me and my server like this, you know?
Totally.
Because you are working together all night. And the happier the girl is, like she's the one that usually can make you the tip. So you want to do good all night and stay under her good graces.
Right.
And just the better the night goes.
Right.
You know, if you're cohesively working together, you enjoy her company, she enjoys yours.
Right.
I'm like, I was gonna make my girl laugh all night long, and we're gonna be golden.
Right. Which is why I think that like we have a better dynamic with our bussers than the host, just because they're at the front door mostly. Then by the time that they come in, they're partying with their clients, you know? So it's kind of it's harder to build that dynamic and relationship with them. Whereas you guys, like, if we don't trust you, then how the hell are we going to work with you? I mean, there's times when you're putting us on your shoulders and we've got like 3 liters of champagne bottles coming out. That shit's heavy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I know, you know. Now I will ask you this, like, what do you think's like the craziest or funniest thing that you've ever seen in the club? I mean, I know there's so many stories, but like think of one that's just like on the top of your head.
I mean, the funniest like experience I've had, it was in San Diego, and I had this group of women, and I just dance all the time at work just because it's fun for me.
Yeah, of
and
course.
like, they just call me Beyonce at my other job, and
Nothing crazy, just like Beyonce.
just something typical. No,
I'm
and
Beyonce though. You can be.
Don't Michelle me.
You can be.
Okay, I'll take Kelly if you want to be Beyonce. This is your show. Okay, you can be Beyonce right now.
I'm not in the group because I'm not Michelle.
Wait, so if I'm Beyonce and you're Kelly, you're Michelle. Poor Michelle. You know what?
Wasn't there a fourth
I'll be
one?
Solange.
So,
You know, she beat up Jay-Z in the elevator.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
totally would.
That's
You can be
me.
Solange.
No, for sure. And so I like went up and I was dancing for this table, and they just started making it rain on me.
Oh,
Which
yes.
is all this money. I was on all fours. I was on the table. I was doing all the moves, and I made some money.
That's good. Yeah, suck it up, queen. I love
mean,
it.
sis, I was like,
That's a funny story because it's like the same, that's similar to mine. But mine was a bachelor party at the pool.
Oh.
And they're like,
Oh, a bachelor party.
Yes.
like for like
So you turn these
straight
guys out.
marriage,
Yeah, like straight. So I don't know how it came to, but we were all talking because you make friends with the guests if you're with them all day. And my waitress is like, "Oh my God, he can dance so good," and like twerk and stuff like that. And they're like, I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And they're like, "If you do it right now, we'll throw some money on you." And I was like, And he pulled out a stack of money. I was like, "All right, I'll do it." So I got up on the day bed and started dancing, and that's how I just made it ring.
Yes.
It was a good day.
So you think you can twerk pretty good?
I mean, I'm all right.
Next episode.
I know, right? Okay, so how are you guys, dealing with this year in general? Just obviously our industry is not the same. Things that are open are like half capacity. And, are you working on anything else outside of the industry, like an exit plan? What about you, Shannon?
Well, I wasn't. Well, I was kind of thinking like, I feel like everyone in the industry does this. They're like 3 more years, 4 more years, 5 more years, 1 more year. So I was kind of thinking in my head, I was like, oh, maybe like 2 more years I'll do this. And then I've been really thinking about, I kind of started school for counseling.
Okay,
so I was thinking about, I didn't know if I wanted to do like addiction counseling or work with kids, like abused children, something like that gets my interest. So this year kind of opened my eyes because I'm like, this is all like, look what happened to us this year. Everything's gone. Like we're all broke, sad. So I'm like, this is a great time to start studying again and go get my degree.
Yeah.
So I think next year I'll start that.
That's good. You would be good at that. And the great thing is one thing that I can tell you is like when you do something as an act of service, like your career, whatever it is, don't worry about the money. The rest will follow. The rest of the accolades come when you like drive passion into it, and that's what people are going to be driven to.
I just feel like I'm going to help people. So.
Yeah, you should. And just like you said, you could even be a counselor for boys who are gay. Like you could maybe start some kind of foundation or something for them because they're, so they don't have to go through like the bullying or you could just counsel them through it. So what about you?
So for me, I started studying for personal training through the
saw
nursing
that,
thing. Yeah, so I'll be done by September.
Yay.
If anybody wants to work out with me, let me know.
Get me snatched.
Right, get you
snatched the
snatched
fuck
up.
up, okay? Tight and right. And
Well, because all quarantine, I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I started like doing home workouts, and I got on a meal plan. It kind of like ignited this passion for me to like get into fitness. I want to give people that confidence too. So personal training was just the first thing that came to mind.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of girls will go to you, they'll feel comfortable,
Comfortable is the most important thing. 'Cause
like he really cares about getting me right.
Right. Ain't nothing
Like-
worse than going to a trainer that that hits on you and then like makes you uncomfortable to work out with them after you've already paid them. And I'm like, this ain't it. Like,
And
I need a refund.
Exactly. And like for me, it's
So-
not about just like the money that I could make. It's to make people healthier and more confident.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I want.
Right.
So.
Okay, well, I appreciate you guys, coming on, and it was really good to meet with you. I think down the road, I want to do like a busser 101, because how to be a busser. I think that'd be great. So, well, thank you for tuning in to another great Bottle Girl Diaries chat. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below. Also, drop a comment below and let me know what you guys would like to hear featured on our next upcoming episodes. For sneak peeks throughout the week of what we have coming up, you can follow us on Instagram at Bottle Girl Diaries Official or my personal page at I am Cindy and Siri. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, ready? Go. Ha. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, yay. Bad bitch, yep. Hey. Yes, bitch, I love it.